My father locked me and my sister in the basement for 6 years, calling us creatures, before trying to drop us into a mineshaft to finish what he started. Can you imagine being locked in utter darkness, told you're less than human just because you were born a girl? My father built that prison, and for years, he made sure we were blind to the sun, calling us his basement creatures. But that night, a flicker of defiance ignited a blaze he never saw coming. See, my dad truly believed women didn't deserve to see sunlight. For as long as I could remember, he treated us like property, not people. My mom slept on the kitchen floor because, as he put it, beds are for people who matter. My sisters and I weren't allowed at the table. We had to be grateful for scraps on the ground. When I got my first period at 12, he told me I was officially worthless, a source of shame that needed to be hidden. If we ever had to come upstairs, we had to cover our faces. Our female features, he said, might corrupt his sons. It was a twisted, suffocating existence. Then when my sister Hope turned 13, everything changed for the worse. Dad announced we were getting too old to contaminate the upper floors. He'd finished renovating the basement, adding locks on the outside. Women belong underground, he sneered. Like worms, you'll learn to live without light. He shoved us down the cold concrete stairs and the door slammed shut. I remember looking up just before the darkness consumed us and seeing Mom. She stood there in the kitchen watching, saying nothing. She'd been broken years ago, long before we were. Our new reality was a bare concrete room with a toilet, a sink, and 2 thin mattresses. No windows. Our only light source was a single bulb Dad controlled from upstairs. He'd flick it on for 1 agonizing hour a day, just long enough for us to wolf down whatever scraps he threw down. The rest of the time we lived in absolute crushing darkness. Hope and I held hands constantly, terrified of losing each other in the black. Living underground slowly destroyed us. Our eyes became so sensitive that the daily hour of light was pure agony. Our skin turned a sickly gray. We lost all sense of time, adrift in a perpetual night. Sometimes Dad would punish us by leaving us in darkness for days, until we were sobbing, begging through the door. He'd just laugh, yelling down, "Moles don't need light anyway." Once a month for 10 minutes we were allowed upstairs to shower. But first he'd blindfold us. "You don't deserve to see my house," he'd say. Hope, my sweet sister, developed severe vitamin D deficiency. Her bones softened until every step was. Full story video added in below.